Moshe Rabbeinu begins the opening sentence of this week's Edra with the following idea: See that I have placed in front of all you today blessing and curse. Now he begins with this word, see. What can we say about seeing? The English language has given rise to different expressions about sight. One, for example, is you see what you get, or seeing is believing, which kind of give over the impression that you can't really be sure that something is true unless you actually see it with your eyes. On the basis of expressions like these, people find it hard to believe in a God they can't see, or find it hard to commit themselves to more Torah and mitzvahs on the basis that they can't see the reward that will come from it. People want visual proof. But the fact is that the things we see are often very limiting in what they represent. Take the following scenario as an example. It's now the holiday season and you go away with your family to some beautiful resort. There by the port you see a wealthy looking person sitting in a beautiful expensive yacht. You might look at him and be jealous or aspire to be like him. But you don't actually know anything about him. You don't know where he got his money from, if he earned it with hard work or he inherited it, or maybe even he gambled it. Perhaps he stole the money and Interpol are after him. You don't even know if he is wealthy. Maybe he just borrowed the yacht from his friend and he has no money whatsoever. When we look around the world, we see all kinds of things, and we can never really be sure what we're seeing. We might see good people suffering, religious people finding it difficult to balance their religious obligations with living in today's world. We might also see bad people prospering, people who don't live a life of spirituality doing very well and seeming to have a good life. And on that basis, we might make some conclusions that good is bad and bad is good. How do we avoid such a conclusion? The answer is found in the next sentence that Moshe Rabbeinu gives. He starts off by talking about sight, as we mentioned, but then he says, Es habrocha, the good things will come, the blessing, asher tishmu el mitzvos Hashem, if you listen to the words of Hashem. V'haklola, in the next sentence he says, and the curses, the bad things will come, im lo yisishmu el mitzvos Hashem, if you don't listen to the mitzvahs of Hashem. So actually Moshe Rabbeinu switches from talking about sight, see that I have placed in front of you two options, to telling us to listen. Listening means to contemplate, to think, to understand. What Moshe Rabbeinu is telling us is, you might see things and make assumptions, but it's not good enough. You have to actually sit down and contemplate what you've seen. It's important to consider in detail exactly what's going on in the world. Think about what true good is and what bad is, and what might lead to good things and lead to bad things. We have to consider the world around us. We have to consider the functions of Torah and mitzvahs and the reward they bring. We have to consider the meaning and the bounty and the lifestyle of connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we have to consider how real, true happiness can be achieved, not superficial, visual happiness. Then we'll have the bracha, the blessing, and not the klala, the curse.